Hey everyone, hope you're having a great day. Chapter 11, The Heiress, was a huge episode with several key things to break down. So I'm not going to spend too much time walking through each scene and retelling you what you already saw. Instead, I'm just going to cover some of the key things that I took away from the episode. The episode starts with Mando the Child and Frog Lady making it to Trask, which was a water moon orbiting the gas giant Kol Iban. Trask appears to be home to a large population of Mon Calamari and Corrin. Historically, these two species have existed together with a peaceful, albeit tense, relationship on their shared home planet of Mon Cala. So even though this isn't Mon Cala, they seem to be existing in a similar fashion. As promised, Frog Lady's husband, Frogman, tells Din that he should go to the inn for more information on the Mandalorians that he has seen on Trask. So Din and the child, they're linked up with a Quarren fisherman who offers to take him to the Mandalorian cohort. This really just ends up being a ploy for him and his buddies to steal Mando's Beskar armor. It's interesting that at this point in the show, both the child and Mando are seen as high-dollar targets to all of the scum and villainy of the galaxy. The official episode description told us that while braving the high seas, Mando would encounter some unexpected allies, and it's at this moment of desperation that we see a group of Mandalorians led by Bo-Katan rescue Din and the child from their dire situation. Honestly, I could not have been more happier with Bo's transition from animated series to live action. Bo-Katan was captured perfectly in live action. She was played by Katie Sackhoff, who also voiced Bo in the Clone Wars and Rebels, which I think that helped. This was an exciting moment, but if you've never watched the Clone Wars or Rebels, then you may not have caught the significance of Bo-Katan Kryze. Bo-Katan was a Mandalorian during the Clone Wars era. Her sister was the pacifist ruler of Mandalore, Duchess Satine. Her sister was the pacifist ruler of Mandalore before she was killed by Maul. Maul had teamed up with Pre Vizsla and his Death Watch, a radical group of Mandalorians, to take back Mandalore and bring it back to its warrior roots. Despite being part of Death Watch, Bo-Katan abandoned them after Maul murdered their leader Pre Vizsla. She declared that no outsider could rule Mandalore, so she and some others who were loyal to Mandalore left Death Watch and sought to recapture their home from Maul. Later, Bo would recruit the help of Ahsoka Tano, which ultimately led to the siege of Mandalore and the capture of Maul. However, the galaxy would soon be transformed with the rise of the Empire. A new wave of violence would claim Mandalore. During this civil war, Sabine Wren would give Bo the Darksaber, as Sabine believed that Bo was the one worthy to lead and unite the Mandalorians. So about 10 years have passed since we saw Bo-Katan gain possession of the Darksaber. Obviously some things have happened in those 10 years, including the Great Purge that we're slowly learning more and more about. Side note, the other Mandalorians with her are Koska Reeves, which was Sasha Banks' character, and Axe Woves. We also finally get an explanation for why none of the Mandalorians we've seen so far have taken their helmets off. Bo and her Night Owls remove their helmets in front of Din, so as he did with Cobb Vanth, he assumes they're not actually Mandalorians and demands to know where they got the armor. Bo explains that she was born on Mandalore and that her armor has been in her family for 3 generations. We learn from these Mandalorians, the Night Owls, that Din's clan is referred to as the Watch, or the Children of the Watch, a radical clan that sought to bring back the warrior ways of Mandalore. This radical clan is made up of foundlings rescued by Death Watch during the Clone Wars era. Part of their radical way includes the rule to never remove one's helmet in front of others. While this was a rule for Din's clan, it wasn't one that translated to the rest of Mandalorians. Bo tells Din that she can give him information about a Jedi she knows in exchange for his help. So after leaving the child with the newly reunited Frog family, Din goes with the Night Owls on their mission to hit an Imperial freighter full of weapons. The mission provides some incredible action sequences as the Mandalorians absolutely trash the squad of stormtroopers on the ship. We learn that this mission is part of Bo's larger plan to retrieve the Darksaber from Moff Gideon and take back Mandalore. We don't know all of the details of how Gideon got the saber, but I think it's safe to say that he and Bo-Katan have some beef. Like I said earlier, I'm excited for the story behind the Great Purge and basically these 10 years since we last saw Bo-Katan. The crew is successful in taking the ship, but this is where Din makes his exit. He's gained the trust of the Night Owls, but he must return to the child and his quest. True to her word, Bo tells him that he will find Ahsoka Tano on the planet of Corvus. We don't know a whole lot about Corvus or why Ahsoka is there, but hopefully we'll soon find out. Honestly, this was the biggest name drop in The Mandalorian yet. It confirms that Ahsoka will be introduced into the Mandalorian story. Last we saw Ahsoka, she was heading off with Sabine Wren to find Ezra Bridger. I'm curious to see if they'll give us the conclusion or at least updates to that storyline. Wouldn't it be cool if Sabine and Ezra were even with Ahsoka on Corvus? The episode ends with Mando and the child leaving Trask in a poorly patched up Razor Crest. Din turns to the child and tells him that he finally knows where he's taking him, and they head off to Corvus. Now, I'm not convinced we'll make it to Corvus in the next episode. I wouldn't be surprised if we make another pit stop or have some unforeseen mission that sidetracks them. Either way, we're headed towards seeing Ahsoka Tano in live action, and I couldn't be more excited. I loved this episode for many reasons, but seeing Bo-Katan brought to life and the name drop of Ahsoka were right up there with the Boba Fett reveal for me. I think it's likely we'll see Ahsoka and Bo-Katan even team up to liberate Mandalore once again. Let me know what you thought of this episode in the comments below. Have a great rest of your day, and may the Force be with you.